ones, new light bulb, please. I'm trying to read.
Okay, I know. Ridiculous every time and dumb kids. Hey. What? Huh? Wait. Hey! Hey! Hey, wait! Wait a minute! What is that crazy? Hey! Hey!
Hey, you guys! What a shame at another show, huh?
Welcome to USA's Camp Midnight, starring Dick Wilson. Tonight, Dick welcomes Robert Walden, comic John Reed, physics expert Robert Wild, Dana Sparks from LA Law, The Wonder Years' Jason Hervey, and music by The Balancing Act. And, as always, Scooter Peach in the band. Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Wilson!
Look here. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to Camp Midnight, folks. You know, I said there's a lot of shows on TV, but I don't know of one that has a mascot. So I thought, Scooter, I thought we'd have a mascot out here. What do you think? This is Topper. Yeah, Topper meets Scooter. Scooter meets Topper. Watch this. Watch this now. Sit. Attaboy. Shake. Shake. Huh? Yeah. I tell you, it's great. I don't know, it's something warm and fuzzy, Scooter, about having a good old dog around the show, huh? Topper, I think he's going to be able to run around and just have a good time through this whole thing. Huh?
Excuse me,
okay?
Dick. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Dick. Hi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang on, folks. It's,
excuse me. I need to
Brendan
speak
Robinson, the guy from our legal affairs department.
For just a second, Dick.
The guy that doesn't let us do anything.
Excuse me, Dick. We have a very serious problem here.
What's the matter?
The canine is not allowed to be on the show. Do you have the proper papers for the dog?
Well, wait a minute, they're over here. I think he's messed on them over here. But
no. We're not sure if this has been completely checked out with the particular papers. It's not prima facie that this canine is allowed onto the set.
Topper's a wonderful dog. He's not going to bother anybody.
No, I don't think so. Has he been checked for fleas? Has he been checked for his dental canine imprints?
I think
there's quite a difficulty in this, the legalities and whatnot.
I think probably the best way for us to get through this is if you're worried about Topper, why don't you just guard him throughout the whole show?
No,
okay?
I don't think so.
Wrap this up here. You guard Topper here. Yeah.
No,
tie it up there. Hang up there.
No, I don't.
Brendan Topper.
Yes.
No, all right, you two get acquainted, and Topper, you're in good hands there. Yes.
I'm very frightened of dogs.
Just
as
get to know each other, okay?
Not particularly.
Get to know each other. I don't know about you, but wrangling over legal issues gets my taste buds a tingling. And so I thought we'd call out for some food for our audience here with us tonight. You know, as we normally do. Once again, this very heavily comes out of our budget. Tonight we're going to call a place called the Sandwich Construction Company. I don't know if you've all had anything there, but we're going to dial them up and have them see if they'll send something over here with us tonight. And we're going to go, I think, let me see if the numbers here. I think we'll go with the big submarine. There's a couple of numbers here. I'm going to try the one on top and see what happens. Big sub sandwich, that's okay for everybody? Okay, all right, good. Good. All right. Scooter, you may have to help me dial here. You know, I don't seem to be... here we go. All right. What? Is this a sandwich construction shop? What's the problem here? All right, then let me try one more thing. All right, hang on. What area code are we in? Okay, there we go. Something's not... Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll call them here in just a minute as soon as we get into a commercial when someone comes out with a manual on how to use the phone here in this town. I don't know what's the problem. I've had easier time trying to call... okay, well, we know they're in this end of the country, the sandwich construction. How about an 8-foot sub? Is that okay? 8-foot long sub? We'll have them hold the rivets on that for us and have them send that over to Camp Midnight, and we will feed you in just a little bit, okay? Hey, we got a great lineup of guests tonight, some fun in store for you, some very special things that will be happening here. Many of them will be deciding on moments before they actually happen in the studio. But in just a few moments, we've got Robert Walden coming up right here on Camp Midnight, so stay with us. And make that an 8-foot sub, okay? That's about, what about an 1/8 of an inch per person? That's good. Okay, well, they're small eaters here. Thanks. All right, thank you. And that's the Camp Midnight Studios. Bye-bye. Okay, welcome back to Camp Midnight. We got it all taken care of now. I'm instructed on doing the phone real quick. Well, it's time now for things that sound dirty but really aren't. It's a very special feature of our show that we've been doing for the past few weeks, and it's really become, we really receive a lot of mail on this thing. Matter of fact, in our Camp Midnight offices, weekly, we receive thousands of letters. We receive several letters at our offices here at Camp Midnight each week. This week, our little dirties come from a law office in the area of Tharp and Howell, and these litigators send us 4 dirties into our...
Excuse me, Dick.
All right, there are 3 dirties that have been sent in to us, and I'd like to go over those, if I may, if you don't mind.
That's fine, absolutely.
Brendan.
That's fine.
Our first legal type guy, Bill O'Kelly, sends one in, and he tells us that his favorite activity to do before hitting the sheets each night is masticating. And, well, I believe we've got someone masticating in the audience right now, don't we? Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry, Brendan, is that legal? Can you do that?
That's, it's not illegal, it's not very funny, but,
all right,
you know, I will tell you, I'm not the enemy here, so there's no problem with
May I proceed now? Is that, okay, all right.
Absolutely.
Our second dirty comes from Barrister Chris Mail, who loves to hit the links but hates messy balls. And he sends us ball washer. And there it is right there. My gosh, it looks like a New York bathhouse, doesn't it, huh? So many balls to wash, so little time. Number 3, and lastly, Paul Burke. Paul is a young lawyer who plans his vacations to destinations that sound dirty. And he sends us a picture of San Francisco's Coit Tower. So that's certainly one right there. So we want to thank you, counselors, for sending those along to us very much. And we want to remind you, folks, send us your dirties from all over the country. And if we use them here at Camp Midnight, we will, of course, let me give you the address real quick. It's Camp Midnight, Post Office Box 189, Hollywood, California, 978. Or fax them to us at 818-843-FAXS. We'll get them that way, too. And if we use yours on the air, we'll have a picture of Peter O'Toole that we'll send out to you also.
Excuse me, you're sure you're sending those out? You're sure you're sending those out? Because
yes.
those are legal.
Yeah, we're really sending them out. Yeah.
What's your next one that you're working on?
Well,
okay, you have an interview? Okay.
Interview? Yeah.
I'm not the enemy, okay? I'm not the enemy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our first guest tonight, folks, spent 5 years as Joe Rossi on Lou Grant and 5 more years as Joe Waters on Brothers. Please welcome America's favorite Joe, Robert Walden. Well, I see you met Topper right off the bat.
Oh, well, yeah, I met Topper backstage. He was trying to get in on the big show.
Yeah. Was he next door?
Yeah. Letterman printed on the bottom of his car.
I tell you, you start somebody off and they immediately try to go to the big time on us.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, you've been in the big time a couple of times. 5 years on 2 different series. That's quite a thing to be proud of.
I know. It's really unusual. There's not a lot of people who can say that, and the ones who can, you never get to meet because they're very secluded somewhere.
Well,
no, it's real interesting.
Lou Grant, okay, you spent many years on Lou Grant. We loved you on there as the reporter, Joe Rossi. You did some interesting things to kind of get ready for that role. What did you do?
Well, the Lou Grant show? I like to do research for all the parts that I do. I mean, when I played a doctor in The Hospital with George C. Scott, movie The Hospital, written by Chayefsky, I I do it out of insecurity, basically. If I don't think I have a feel of the profession, I go and do some research. So I scrubbed in on a lot of operations. I went to hospitals, stayed in hospitals, went home with doctors at the time, and learned a lot and got sick a lot. I mean, I just got queasy at looking so. But it really helped me when I walked on the set. It gave me a feeling of confidence, and it gave me some keys and clues as to how to play a doctor, which is basically chronic fatigue. I mean, most doctors are absolutely exhausted. They don't really sit. They kind of collapse in a chair, and they're always leaning against things. And you know, because they don't know how tired they are. They've been studying bones, you know, since they're 15 years old, and have all this stuff in their head. So after the first year of the Lou Grant show, I just didn't have a handle on what was esoteric, what was really essence of a reporter. I just didn't have a handle on the profession, and I thought if I went out and did a story, perhaps I could discover something that would just give me more behavior and just give me a better point of view or mindset for the second season of the show. So I went and heard about a story no one was writing about, which was a group of Indians, Native Americans, walking from Sacramento to Washington, D.C. in the dead of winter, carrying a peace pipe to present to President Carter at the time, to try to save all the treaties that had been made. Somebody in Washington wanted to abrogate 380-something treaties. So I went on this walk, and I slept on the ice with them, and you know, I had shotguns. Rednecks were saying, "You can't stay in that church. Get out of there. We're going to blow you out." I mean, all these places that they were promised shelter, they were denied. It was a fascinating experience, and in the course of writing the story, amazing things happened. I mean, the newspaper I was writing it for the editor was shot, and he was going to. It would turn out to be the final issue of the L.A. Free Press.
Yeah.
But it was the cover story. Yeah. I learned a lot, and I never handed in a piece of clean copy on Lou Grant again. I mean, there were all sorts of marks over my stuff and everything after that. But I found out you just do a different kind of thinking when you're writing. When you're writing in a, it's like taking the SATs when you're in a newspaper room. It's like you have to concentrate, you have to think, you have to write with 200 other people screaming around you or doing their own thing. Yeah. And yet you have to concentrate and you have a deadline. And I wound up subsequently doing about 15 other published pieces, one at the Washington Post, New York Magazine.
Well, yeah, you've been doing a lot of writing, and writing for television shows also. You've written some and directed some series of Brothers, right?
I started to write for television when I found out how much they pay you for this stuff. I said, geez, I can only do as bad. No, there's some wonderful writers, and I've been around writers and been inspired by them a lot. And I thought, I'll give myself a hand at that, and I wrote...
yeah, tell them some of the shows you've written for.
Well, I started out with a Brothers that I wrote in 1984, first year.
Yeah, Topper.
One of Topper's favorite episodes, by the way. We actually had a dog in it, Topper, but we needed somebody a little more homely than you are to get laughs. Topper's too good-looking, leading.
Well, didn't you brought a clip, I think, didn't you?
I brought a clip of the first show that I wrote and directed, which is really hard to come by, no matter who you know in this town. To pull down 3 salaries in front of your friends is not an easy thing to do. But I wrote, directed, and also acted in this. Acted very little. I sent myself off on a skiing trip at the beginning and came back at the end so I could be in the booth and do what these guys are doing here, snapping their fingers, cut to that shot, and please do it right, because anyway...
Well, this clip that we have is the one
that you did, right? This is our version.
Yeah.
I wrote a version of Brothers. I don't know if you ever saw the show. It's on Showtime, and there are 2 gay characters in it. And the younger brother's gay, and his platonic friend Donald makes Charles Nelson Riley look like John Wayne. Okay, I mean, he's just not a bone in his body. Anyway, he and the older brother Lou. As you'll see, it's our version of 3 Men and a Baby, called 3 Infants and a Baby.
All right, let's take a look. That's funny stuff.
That's what happened to the apartment when the laundry blew up, when everyone was pouring in soap to wash the diapers with. Anyway, that's...
Well, we know you've written for Brothers, and you've written for also Frank's Place.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast episodes.
The Frank's Place, actually, I wrote on spec. If you want to know how to write, if you want to get into the world of writing, find a show you like, that you really feel connected to, then lock yourself in a room with about 8 boxes of spaghetti for as long as it takes you to write a script for that show, study the show, and then write it. And you'll actually have a script. So when somebody says, can we see a script before we give you an appointment to pitch stories to us, you can send them something that they can read from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I had to do it just like everybody else, even though people know me in the town. They're more suspicious sometimes.
Yeah.
So I wrote Frank's Place, Beauty and the Beast, Who's the Boss, Another Brothers, and I'm working on some other stuff, and a Twilight Zone.
Well, Robert, good luck to you. We'll look for your name in the credits, and we'll know when we see it you're making the big bucks, right? Okay, and what I'd like to ask you to do, if you would sign and just put a dental impression on this cup, okay? And we'll put it up on our wall of cup fame, so we ever have to identify you. And, there you go. We'll even have you sign in red. Robert Walden, we'll be right back. Midnight, folks. You know, as members of the media, we feel the ever-present need to serve our viewing public. And despite the unusually high quality of our comedy and talk segments, sometimes we feel the need to go just a tad bit further. And now, in an effort to try to rid our country of some of their most dangerous criminals and also hop on the hottest bandwagon in television programming, we now present Camp Midnite's Most Wanted. 2 years ago, June 17th, 1987, Sherilyn Fetko of Slatington, California, was a happy, well-adjusted teenage girl, as well as Slatington's representative in the Miss Golden State pageant. Then suddenly and unexpectedly, something took a turn for the bizarre and illegal. During the Golden State pageant, as MC John Davidson started a very entertaining production number, something in Sherilyn Fetko's head went boing. Already dismayed at not being named a pageant semifinalist, Sherilyn suddenly became enraged during the production number. She dashed on stage, shoved Davidson, and began performing her talent portion of the competition, reciting her original freeform haiku. The startled Davidson left the stage, but Fetko chased him and dunked his head in a bowl of ambrosia, intending to drown the celebrity in the fruity marshmallow goo. Fetko was instantly hustled out of the auditorium by her overprotective manager and father, Merle Fetko, a former dog trainer. Even though no one was chasing them, the Fetkos fled the scene immediately and went into hiding in the forest areas surrounding their home, intending to live off the land. It did not take long for them to realize they had no chance of surviving in the wilderness. In fact, they were unlikely to last a long afternoon. They returned to their home, surprised to find no police or newsmen. They have remained there ever since, living in fear of prosecution. Sherilyn and Merle Fetko were never prosecuted for the events of that fateful June evening in 1987, mostly because nobody knew that what Sherilyn did was illegal. But that's where Camp Midnite joined the case. Sherilyn Fetko is now wanted by the FBI for the following reasons. She is wanted for disrupting a television event and smearing a celebrity with a picnic food item. If you have any information on Sherilyn or Merle Fetko, or if you just want to snitch on anybody in particular, please call 1-800-555-DICK. As you can see, Scooter is standing by 24 hours a day to record your hot tips as they come to our Camp Midnite Most Wanted Nerve Center. Let me remind you once again, be on the lookout. Sherilyn Fetko is 20 years old, 5'2", 36, 24, 34, and her interests include sitting in closets and counting her personal belongings. She's easily confused and should not be confronted under any circumstances. So thank you, and good hunting. Topper, did you need some popcorn, buddy? Here you go. Here you go. Ready? Okay. All right. No, he can do it. Topper, here you go. Okay. All right. Now I'd like to say hello to a very funny man. You can see him in the upcoming Showtime Aspen Comedy Festival, and his writing is featured in Robert Townsend's next special on HBO. It'll be seen very soon. Please join me in saying, wow, look, that's Don Reed.
All right. Ho! 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 Ha! Ha! He! He's like, you went too far, buddy. Okay. Good to be here. Good to be here. I just got back off tour. I was in Vegas. I love performing. I love performing in Vegas especially, except for the summertime. It's kind of hot, desert, 190 degrees, and the hotels have the nerves to keep the tennis courts open. For what? I mean, really think about it. Who's going to be playing tennis in 190-degree heat? I saw one couple playing tennis. The husband served, the wife returned, they burst into flames. There's no reason to be out there. Get inside. Get inside. I was thinking today about all the things you could do when you were little to get what you want that you can't do now as an adult. Remember when you were little and you used to do this? Remember you used to do that? Try that as an adult. Try that. Go to a Porsche dealership. Yeah, I like the 911 SC, 89. Payments, $7 a month. What? No? Gotta try this. Gotta try it. Have to try this. Everyone, please come with me now to the Twilight Zone. Picture, if you will, a woman under pressure, uptight for no particular reason. Picture, if you will, the panicking woman. Boy, this bank line sure is long, isn't it? And I've got somewhere to go. Excuse me, sir, do you mind if I step in front of you? Yes, you. Do you mind if I step in front of you? No. You relax. You relax. I got somewhere to go. I'm stepping in front of you. Yes, I'd like to withdraw $275 from my savings account, and please hurry. I've got somewhere to go. La la la. La 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 la. What? Wait. There must be some kind of mistake. Wait, what do you mean insufficient funds? I made a deposit on Friday. I made a deposit on Friday. No. You relax. I've got somewhere to go. That's right, go get the manager. Go get you whoever you need to go get, but go get him now because I gotta get going. Go on. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna make a scene. You know somebody like that. You know, things you do. I'm thinking about kids. One of the greatest films that affected me and made me remember that I was a kid was E.T. If you saw E.T., say, ouch. Very good. This is my 2-minute rendition of the entire film. E.T., the extraterrestrial. Yeah, right. Excuse me, little fella, but who are you? You like Reese's Pieces? Potato salad? How about some beer? Promise the most excellent promise you ever swore in your entire life. Say I have absolute power. Say it. You too, Gertie. E.T. Phone home. I think he's getting sick. E.T. Phone home. E.T. Stay. E.T. stay. Elliot. I think he's dead. E.T. I loved you. E.T. I loved you. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. Goodbye, E.T. Ouch. Ouch. Be good. Elliot. Thank you very much. Ho!
Right. Yeah. You know, I've not too many people in that E.T. movie has got work sense in. Have you seen any of those people?
Let's see. I think I saw the little kid going. I think he was outside of Zodi's or something going. I want some work. Something like that.
Showtime Aspen Comedy. Tell me about this.
Fantastic job I did with Mr. Dabney Coleman. You guys like him?
Yeah. Funny guy.
They let us ski. We skied. We told jokes. It was just fantastic. It was really good. Really good show.
It's going to be on here in a few days, I think.
February 25th is going to be on. It's going to be Power Blast. Yeah.
We let people watch Showtime only if they'll turn back to the USA Network when our show's
immediately
on.
Immediately back,
on,
right.
Yeah. A little thing I've learned by going to Aspen and saving some money is I always go in the summertime and there's no snow there. And it's real cheap. Have you noticed that? Well, what else are you up to? You've co-wrote some things with Robert Townsend here.
Yeah, I co-wrote this thing called the Twilight Zone. It's set up like a series. And we do all these little bizarre skits, and I play Rod Disco Sterling, kind of introducing all these bizarre skits. But it's looks like it's going to be pretty hot.
When are we going to see that? Where are we going to see it?
It's going to be on HBO and stuff.
A little bit later. Okay, good. Speaking of disco, now I asked you before we came on, what do you like to do when you're relaxing? And you said...
Dance.
Okay.
Love to dance.
You're a great dancer. What is the hot dance? If I want to be a hipster lord as I go into one of the dance things, what dance am I going to need to know?
You need to know the troupe. You know how to do the troupe?
The troupe? Does anybody know the troupe?
The troupe?
I don't know the troupe.
Okay.
Scooter? I don't know. Probably don't have any troupe music. Like that. That's it?
Can you do that?
Let me try. I don't know. I've got a lot of white blood in this body. I don't know. Huh? See, it's like this?
No.
Yeah.
Working it.
Oh, God, I haven't felt that in about 10 years, you know, that thing. Yeah, wonderful. So what else are you doing when you're having fun?
Oh, God, I love to ice skate. I don't get to do it as much as I'd like, but I love...
Don't applaud anything here. Ice skating, you say you love doing it.
That's good, yeah. I used to play ice hockey when I was little.
Did you?
So I love
Played on a
ice
team?
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a lot of comedy stuff, but I know you're doing some serious acting also.
Yeah, I'm doing a play right now called Monsoon Christmas, which kind of focuses on racism in Vietnam, but they're in Okinawa guarding a base. And my character's a new guy who really doesn't know what's going on. I come in going, you know, what's going on? This guy's going like, well, these people are treating you bad. So then, as things progress, I get real bitter and I get to be really mean. So, you know,
that's not a mean face.
That's not a mean face?
There you go, that's better. Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good one there. Don Reed, thanks for being on with us. We appreciate it. We look forward to having you on. I want you to sign and bite a cup for us, okay? Just take a little, there you go, and autograph that. Don Reed, folks. We'll be back in a minute. Well, welcome back to Camp Midnight. I don't know how you felt about science, but if you felt like science was boring, watch closely because you'll never believe what I'm going to get to do to my next guest with a sledgehammer. Please welcome Mr. Fun with Physics, Dr. Robert Wild. Welcome to Camp Midnight. All right, good to have you. Remember, this is for extra credit, so keep watching closely. Well, what do you got for us?
Remember when you had the things that sound dirty but aren't?
Oh, yeah,
It reminded me that a couple of years ago at the university, some of the parents were very disturbed because the guys and gals got to matriculate together and they used the same curriculum.
Matriculate. Okay, you mean Enrolling, right? Am I right on that?
Right.
Okay, good. Okay.
Enrolling,
good.
right.
Okay. Well, what is this? What do we have?
Well, I've got a copper pipe here with a hole in it.
Okay. All the
I
way
want
through.
you to hold this.
All right.
We're going to establish your reaction time. If you'll drop this iron slug through the thing and see if you can catch it at the bottom.
This is pretty, rub it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's fantastic. Try it again.
All right. Ready?
Catch it now.
All right. Where is it? Come on, baby. Well, what happened
The
here?
difference is this is a cow magnet. You know, cows have 4 stomachs.
Yeah.
And when they eat hay, the food goes into the first stomach, and then later on they regurgitate it and chew their cud. So, what happens is that the farmers put this magnet, because the rounded ends is, in the first stomach, because the cow, being a very dumb animal, will eat nails and barbed wire and baling wire, and it catches on the magnet and doesn't ruin the cow's digestion.
Right,
So,
okay.
this is interesting.
Yeah, and Scooter, you've got one of these in your car, don't you? One of these pipes? Yeah.
For a long time, I've been trying to interest kids in science.
Yeah.
Now, let me show you with a revolving platform how I teach the kids something about ballet dancers. Now, you look like a ballet dancer. Stand on this platform.
Yeah, you saw me dance earlier, I guess, huh? Yeah. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, 3 dumbbells. Okay. Hold it out at arm's length.
You all have the same riders, I see.
Hold it
in the
out at
audience
arm's
here.
length.
Yeah.
When I say out, when I say in, bring them into your chest.
Okay.
All right.
Did you say in? Okay, in like this.
All right. Now I'm gonna get around behind you here.
There's a bed of nails right here if I fall off. Is it?
Hold them out. Now I'm going to
Okay.
give you a turn.
All right.
Now in, and you speed up. Out and you slow down.
Whoa!
In and you speed up.
Dorothy Hamill, eat your
Out
heart
and you
out.
slow down. Okay.
Okay.
Don't fall in the bed of nails. I don't want to ruin the bed. Now here's another interesting thing. Here's a bicycle wheel,
Okay.
and when I get kids on this platform, come on, kid,
All right, thanks.
hold the bicycle wheel
All right, got it.
like this, and now when I say over, just turn it all the way over.
Like this.
And I say back, turn it back.
Okay.
Okay.
Why am I afraid on this one?
All right. Now I offer the kids $5 if they can turn the bicycle wheel over and not let the platform go around. So try that.
All right, and I get $5.
Right.
Okay.
$5.
Oh!
Turn it back and you stop.
Well, why in the
Turn it
world
around
is
and
it?
you go around.
Wait a minute.
Turn it back and you stop. There you go.
God. Is this
Okay.
magic or what is this, huh? I forget. Did I get the $5 or not on that? I don't
No
remember. I didn't get the
$5.
$5
No,
on that?
absolutely
Okay.
not.
What do you got next for
Well,
us?
very quickly, I want to show you that this is a gyroscope. See, I will put this string handle on here.
Okay.
Okay, now if I hold it like this, come here, and drop it, it falls. But if I spin it, hold it like this, and drop it,
Hey! And I just rode my bike is all I did.
Okay, now down on the, a lot of times kids, you know, they say, how does Disneyland do all of their optical things? Down on the top of the bed of nails there, we have a double mirror which forms a real image. Can you see?
Well, I see. I see a nickel on top of there, yeah.
Yeah, there's a nickel. Let's just pick the nickel up. And don't fall on the bed of
Okay,
nails.
all right,
Bend
just-
the nails. You see, it's a real image.
Wait a minute.
The woman in the haunted house with her head in a little
That's how she
bottle of
works.
liquid
Okay.
is a real image just like that, formed by mirrors down in the bottom of the stand.
What is this? Now we can take this off.
Take that up.
Okay.
That's a mirror.
And then here's
that's
the
a
nickel.
mirror. And that nickel is at the principal focus of the top mirror, so you get parallel rays, and those parallel rays come to the real focus, which is the nickel that you tried to pick up but couldn't make it.
Would this work on another planet, or is this just like Earth? Is this just...
Hand me the whole box.
Okay,
then.
there you
We'll
go.
Put it up here.
All right.
Because we're going to get at the bed of nails in just a minute.
Okay, what else you got?
Now, you've all heard Scooter play. Beautiful music.
Uh-huh.
So now, what I have here, I have a tape recorder with some magnificent Scooter music on it, and I'm going to play this Scooter music into this external speaker here, and on the speaker I've put a little piece of mirror.
All right. And this is the laser.
Right, now
Okay.
if you kill the lights.
And we're bouncing over to this screen right over here
Watch here now.
Okay.
You see, there goes the light beam. I'm putting a little
I
chalk
saw
dust.
Paul McCartney do this in a concert once.
Putting a little chalk dust in the beam. And so you see the red spot over there. Now when I tap the speaker, tap, 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 you see the spot dance.
Yes, we saw that.
Okay, well now we're going to play Scooter music through that.
Here's what went through Scooter's mind when he wrote this song. Look at that. Right. That's Mark. Scooter, you sound real good that way. That's real good, yeah. Thank you. What do we have in front here? Let's get...
well, now, this is a bed of nails. It's your standard... you sleep on it.
It's like
it's a single width.
Queen,
yeah, it's
king.
a bachelor.
Yeah.
It's a bachelor bed of
thing?
nails.
Okay.
I wouldn't advise it for anybody but bachelors.
What do you...
well, I'm going to lay down on this.
Okay, all right.
And
But you probably should take your microphone off because
I'll get the microphone.
It's not that we don't value your life, but it's
you value the microphone.
We can't replace the equipment. Yeah, it's we got one go on that, and that's it. Yeah. All
okay.
right.
Well, just to show that
sweater.
I'm
There you
not
go.
padded underneath here. All right. Now I'm going to sit down on this board, and I'll raise up, and you slide the board out.
Now, remember, folks, the whole thing. Would you read the instructions about not trying this at home to yourself, real quick?
Yes.
All right. Now, am I?
If I go to sleep.
Now you're going to put.
All right, now we're going to put this block of wood, which weighs about 40 pounds, on my tummy.
Yeah.
And now you're going to take the sledgehammer.
I am.
And stand back over here.
I'm going to do that.
Now, I should have tested you. Are you sure you can hit this stump and not miss it?
Well,
God, I hope so.
I'm not from the suburbs, but I'll try to do this. Okay.
Well, you try that. All right.
All right. Let me try
Hey,
it.
I've changed my mind.
Well, wait a minute now. All right.
All right. Go ahead.
You stand by with a drum roll there, Scooter. You folks of weak heart, look away if you might. All right, let's have that drum roll. Ready? Okay. All right, that's all right. We'll get it next time. Here we go.
Here it comes.
All right.
Oh, you can hit it. You can hit it harder than that.
I mean, really try to ring the bell, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah! Ah!
Right away. Yeah, you can.
All right. Woo. Man, oh man. Yeah.
You just can't drink water for an hour and a half, or you turn into a sprinkler can.
You've got there's the holes on the back of the shirt. Look at that.
You see the imprints? There you
I'll
go.
be darned.
But it didn't go through the shirt. And I mean, I could feel the nails, but they didn't really stick in. Okay.
We've only got just short time. Can you tell me, like in a quick time, why that works?
Okay. Well, if you only had 4 nails, they're about an inch apart. That would be a square inch.
Get this down at home, would you?
And I weigh 220 pounds, so that would be an average pressure of 220 pounds per square inch.
Okay.
But there are about 2,000 nails here. I cover about half of them at least, so that's 1,000 nails.
Okay.
Or 1,000 square inches, because each nail sits at the corner of a little square. So 220 pounds over 1,000 is 0.22 pounds on a square inch.
Okay.
That's not enough.
Tell you what,
push me
hang
down.
on just a minute, because it's just starting to sink in, and I want to talk about it during the commercial, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll be back. Robert Wild, Mr. Fun with Physics. All right. Welcome back to Camp Midnight. I'm your host, Dick Wilson, and glad you're with us. On our next show, we'll be having next week, we'll have Edie McClure on with us, and we'll also have Steve Bluestein and Tom Sharp. Sounds like our needing a little oil fax machine to me. So let's jump right in here and get our little-known facts. There we go, on the air. These are actually really true things that we've found on the back pages of magazines across the nation and newspapers that have been sent in with us. Our first fax was found in the New York Times, and it reads, first-time novelist Beth Herman has taken a tip from Hollywood producers who charge manufacturers to include their products in movie scenes. For mentioning the Beverly Hills luxury store Giorgio in her book, they gave her a costly window display for free. Well, folks, it looks to me like product placement is catching on all over the place, even with the publishers of some of the re-releases of the classic books. I was in a bookstore the other day, and I picked up a new re-release of Tom Sawyer. I brought it with me. Let me just read a little bit of this for you, and you tell me if you can see where the product placements are in this. It's kind of shrewd, so listen pretty closely. Ben said, "Say, Tom, let me whitewash a little. I'll give you my Pepsi, drink of a new generation." Tom gave up the brush, and when the middle of the afternoon came, Tom was literally rolling in wealth. Besides the ragu sauce and the Radio Shack car phone, he was given a year's supply of Mucilex, the way breakfast was meant to be. A video cassette of Pretty in Pink, and a gift certificate from the Spiegel catalog, Spiegel, Chicago, Illinois, 60609. Pretty shrewd, but I can see how they're trying to do that. Now, our next little-known facts, and Scooter, you remember, these are absolutely true. Our next facts was discovered north of the border in the Toronto Star, and goes something like this. Since Japanese blue-collar workers can find it hard to find a quality spouse, some concerned companies are stepping in to help by ordering wives by the hundreds. Since these large-scale orders are tough to fill overnight, some workers can expect to wait up to 6 weeks for their Japanese brides-to-be. And that's quite a wait. 6 weeks? Geez. I mean, if they would just take a little tip from the Chinese marriage bureaus, they're much more efficient. You see, here's how it works with the Chinese bureaus. They usually deliver in under an hour. Now, the only downside of this is after you have had one of the wives, half-hour later, you're ready for another one. You know what I mean? Okay. The Chinese food, you know, goes through real quick. Sick 'em, Topper. Where are you? Sick 'em. Our last facts appeared in the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner, and it says, this week at a well-known amusement park in Southern California by the name of...
Don't say another word.
Folks, Brendan Robinson for our Legal Affairs Department. Yes, Brendan. What now?
Dick, you're not allowed to say the name of the amusement park here at all. Okay, the litigation problems.
You guys sure know how to kill a comedy bit.
Well, I tell you, it's not very funny. And, I'm not the enemy here, however, so...
Okay, all right.
Topper!
All right, well, all right, this is all that's left. All right. This week at a place with good rides. Yeah, pretty interesting now. Well, anyway, a new water ride that was scheduled to open this spring may be postponed due to a minor safety problem. And this is absolutely true. All the test dummies are drowning. They're going right under the water on this thing. Well, okay. To promote fun, we've helped to come up with a solution for this amusement park that we can't mention. You know, when you go to an amusement park and they have the little signs that say, you've got to be taller than this person to ride this ride, or shorter. All right, well, why not just do that? Why not just change the minimums on the height requirements? As you'll see, Scooter is standing over under Carl Clam. There's Scooter right there, see? And let's see, Scooter, you're what, about 6 foot or so? Yeah, 6 foot. So what Carl Clam is saying, Carl Clam says, Scooter, you've got to be another 6'6" to ride this ride. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, little known facts, send us your facts. I've got the number right here in my head, and it is 818-843-FAXS. We'll look for yours, okay? Scooter, all that talking about drowning has got me hankering for a hunk of food. Yeah. And the food is here. So I'll tell you what, come on up. Let's come on up over here. Come on over and let's just kind of make a spread here, and let me just show this sandwich. Now, kind of move this way a little bit, just a little bit. Look at the length of this sandwich, huh? Look at this, huh? And we've also got, is it baklava? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what
And what is this? The tabbouleh. The tabbouleh. All right, we've got a lot of good eats for you, so what I want to do, come around here and just get started with this, okay? Just fill around here. Good. Don't push, no shoving, please. No, nothing too bad. Let me grab somebody right here. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank
Step right
you.
over here. Let's look right here into this camera. What's your name?
Leslie.
And where are you from?
Canova Park.
Are you? Is that good or bad? I'm not from here. Is that okay?
That's all right.
Okay, good. Well, I'll tell you what we do while we're enjoying the sandwich, and there will be some of it left, we always show a video. Okay. You know, it's good for digestion. And so every week we do that. And tonight's no different, and this evening we're going to be showing Doctrine the Tardies by the Time Lords. We have a video question, and I want you to remember this, okay? Where in the aerial shot does Gumby appear in this video? All right, let's watch and see. There you go, Doctrine the Tardies by the Time Lords. I wanted to notice, you noticed at the very first of that, I hope, that it was directed by Bill Butt. And that's certainly something that sounds dirty, and probably is at some point. The answer to our question, where does Gumby appear in this video? It was a little tricky. Now, you notice the aerial shot there with the horse? Well, actually, that was Pokey. Gumby was wandering in and out of books somewhere. We'll be back in just a minute with Dana Sparks. Welcome back, campers. Camp Midnight on the USA Network. During the commercial, I got a very important, quick, anonymous call to the Camp Midnight Most Wanted Nerve Center. And by golly, due to some observant viewer, Sherilyn Fetko has been apprehended. All right? Matter of fact, she was hanging out in the area here around the Camp Midnight studios, and I believe we have wangled an exclusive interview with our soon-to-be incarcerated beauty queen. So let's get her out here right now. Here she is, Miss Sladdington, California, Sherilyn Fetko. All right, thank you very much for that. Excuse me. All right, let's take care of you right here.
I love you.
For a moment, okay.
Hi, my name is Sherilyn Fetko, and I'm Miss Sladdington, California.
Sherilyn, please be seated. Ma'am, thank you very much. Sherilyn, life held such promise for you. What went wrong?
Thank you. This is my favorite part of the pageant because it's where you get to see the real me, the unrehearsed me, the spontaneous me. Because excuse me, but are you looking at my forehead? Is it shining? I know it looks like a globe. When I was little, my mother used to pull my hair back and put glasses on me and tell all the neighborhood kids I looked like Ben Franklin. But you know, we're all brothers and sisters at heart. Be we black, be we white, be we Apache.
Sherilyn, wait a minute. Hold it. Why did you attack John Davidson?
He's asking for it. Thank you. He was singing Uma Paloma Blanca.
Oh, okay. Well, Art, I can halfway agree with you on that. But listen, do you feel any remorse for these crimes you've done?
For my talent competition, I do an original freeform haiku. Daddy's little darling. Showtime's always near. Dance, puppet, dance. Thank you.
Yeah. Listen, but you're going to be doing time here soon. Do you feel any... How does it feel to be going into jail?
Life is just a crazy patch. Excuse me, but do you hear a really loud noise that's kind of droning and getting higher?
Yeah,
Life is just a crazy patchwork
so
quilt.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
I'm
love
sorry.
is the thread that
Mike,
holds the
yeah,
many
I'm
splotches
sorry
of
we
cloth
had anything to do
together.
with you being caught, but I'm
If
sure
I
that...
could meet anyone, it would be funny to
you
have
probably
Sherman
deserved
Hemsley.
it. Please, yeah, go right ahead. There she goes. The arm of justice has struck again. I don't know where you're going to be going, but what she's going to Disneyland. All right, there she goes. And another case solved on Camp Midnight's Most Wanted. Our next guest. Whew. Topper, did you get enough to eat? He's running around here eating all people's plates. Our next guest is an actress and former model who was recently spicing up the love life of senior partner Leland McKenzie on L.A. Law. Please greet a tall, cool drink of water, lovely Dana Sparks. How are you? Yeah. Welcome to our humble little talk show, Camp Midnight. Dana?
It's nice here.
Yeah, good. Did you get some of that big sandwich backstage?
No, I ate all the baklava. Sugar. Needed sugar.
Well, you've shown up on a couple of great shows, Falcon Crest and L.A. Law, both of them. We love you on both of them. What was the difference in the two shows, you think, as far as production and being on there?
The age of my leading man. About 40 years difference.
All right, now, for those of the folks who missed that great scene where you came into the boardroom there with, tell us exactly what you were dressed in and what happened.
A raincoat. And a raincoat.
And just the raincoat?
Yeah, for a while. No, it was an interesting scene.
Speaking of interesting, you've got an interesting story as to how you were discovered.
Yeah, I was discovered on the beach, you know. I moved in next door to Blake Edwards, and he saw me on the beach one day and just, you know, we started talking and we're sitting down there and he said, "Oh, you're an actress?" And I went, "Yeah." And, you know, he took off his glasses and he said, "I think I have a part for you." I'm going, "Oh, yeah, right, sure." So he called me a week later and said, be in my film.
Did you have your resume
With
tattooed
me?
on your body somewhere?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of aspiring actresses and actors out there. Can you give us some tips on what beaches to run on and how to be caught? And
Well, you just got to move in the right neighborhood, you know. I mean, Blake Edwards is Dick Clark's there. You know, you could move next door to Dick Clark.
Dick
that
Clark,
would be
our
cool.
executive producer.
Yeah.
Would you, next time you're jogging by him, would you say, "Hey, that Dick Wilson guy, I really think he needs some more money"? Okay.
No problem.
I might as well use you some way. Okay, good. What have you been doing for fun recently?
For fun, well, I've got this great bed of nails. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, think of the sheets you'd have to put on that thing, huh?
Oh, man. The most fun thing I did lately, I did a Star Trek. I guest starred on a Star Trek.
Oh, really? The new series?
Yeah,
Oh.
the series. It was a gas.
What kind of character were you?
I was the security officer with my little panel, and the photon torpedoes were coming my way, and of course it came out like something from Taco Bell. It's like, "The photon torpedoes are coming, sir!" You know, and everything. Girls got it together.
But the question is, though, now, we can rank as to how strong your role there. Were you killed, or did you get to live?
I lived.
All right.
I might come back.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I wasn't the one in the red shirt. You know, I was the same color as everyone else. So.
You were up in Canada recently. We talked about that. What was going on up that way?
It was a celebrity ski event for the Alzheimer's disease up at the Banff Springs Hotel. Great place. 100 years? Yeah, 100 years old.
Right?
1,000 rooms, stone, just huge. It looked like from The Shining or something.
What happens at a celebrity ski event? I mean, you
Well,
got
it's
to chase
kind
people
of a
down the mountain.
stupid thing to have celebrities at, because we're all in hats and coats and scarves, and everyone's going, "Who are you?" I'm going, "Susie Chaffee," as I'm tripping down the mountain. So we just race, and they have a auction at the end. That's where they raise all their money. And
Are you a good skier?
I'm decent. I have fun.
I haven't moved past the snow plowing yet. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm one heck of a snow plower.
That's good.
The problem I had one time is I made a wrong turn and I got on a hill with moguls. And I
Bumps.
fell down and got all tangled up right under the ski lift. And people were going over. This is a very true story. People were going over and they were hollering down, "Hey, you want a saw?" And I'm laying down there in my unkempt clothing.
Dropping snow on you.
What's in the future for you? What do you want to do? Let's decide. If you don't know, let's decide right now.
Okay.
Okay.
What should I do?
I think you should get your own series on television. I think you should be a major star. I think you should make a lot of money, and you should buy a bigger house in Malibu than what Dick Clark has.
I don't think I could do that. That's too big already.
Are you from around the western
I grew up
area?
near Berkeley, so I'm a California girl.
So were you involved in any of the sign-carrying things going on in
No,
Berkeley
my
years?
sister did all that.
Did she?
And I
Yeah.
kind of watched and went, that looks kind of dumb. I don't think I want to do that.
Well, good luck to you. I understand that your husband is from the Kansas City area. So that's good.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Jayhawks.
I am too. Jayhawk people out that way. What I want you to do before you go off is first wish you good luck, and also, if I'm
cup.
jogging by your beach, would you discover me someday, and then sign and bite a cup
You
for us, would
got
you?
it.
Dana Sparks. Yeah. Okay. We'll be back. Welcome back to Camp Midnight. Jason Hervey from the Wonder Years coming up. We also have the Balancing Act. He will perform for us. Yeah.
Hey, Dick, you know what?
What's that, Scooter?
I really admire Dana Sparks.
Yeah.
All that, you know, living at Malibu, the success of her career and everything. And she's such a great regular person. Kind of reminds me of you in a lot of ways.
Well, thank you very much. I
You know,
appreciate that.
Camp Midnight is such a big success nationwide.
Yeah.
You're the big host of it.
Yeah.
And you can still keep that Kansas City charm. I think it's amazing.
Well,
really,
thank you very
I
much,
admire
Scooter.
you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate the personal thoughts. Do we have a minute for me to make a call home? I'm expecting I have to do a career days at an elementary school on Monday, and I just need to call home real quick and see if they've left a message as to what time I'm supposed to be there. So if phones we got.
Hey, babe, it's the Dick Man, star of the late-night cable smash Camp Midnight. You know, you beautiful babe, and I'd love to rap at you, but I'm doing the sushi thing in the hot tub with Beth, Lisa, and Bobby D. But, babe, leave your name and gig at the tone, and my girl will set us up to take a meeting or do lunch, okay? Hey, who loves ya? Keep those peepers watching.
Dick, just checking messages. Okay, thanks.
Oh. Let me say this, I still respect Dana Sparks.
Thank you. Folks, you may... Ooh, that hurt. Whenever they do that, that hurts so bad. You may remember our next guest from one of his many roles in such films as Back to the Future, and also Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He's currently one of the stars in the Emmy Award-winning television show The Wonder Years. Please welcome Jason Hervey. How are you? All right. There you go. Yeah. All right, what an incredible show you're on, Jason. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's all great work. What's it like being involved in an Emmy Award-winning thing like this? I mean, are you having a good time through the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm having a really good time, but it's also a lot of work. And see, we don't work on Sunday and Monday. We work Tuesday through Saturday. And
yeah.
You know, I'm a party kind of guy, so it cuts into my weekends.
Ooh, hey. But how old? Can I ask how old you are, do you mind?
No, yeah, I'll be turning 17. April 6th, yeah.
What's a young dude in the LA area do on a night, 17 years old, you're out with your honey, what's happening? What are you doing?
What do I do? Well, let's see, I usually, it's really funny.
Yeah. I'd like to know. Yeah.
I usually just hang out with my girlfriend, Dawn, and we either go, I don't know, we'd like to do fun stuff.
Movies?
Yeah, you know, go to dance clubs, something like that, or go to the
Okay.
movies. I love seeing movies.
Yeah.
I want to see Three Fugitives with Martin Short and Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
It should be really good.
Well, you know what I want to see? You brought a little bit of the Wonder Years. I like to watch this thing any chance I can. Set up this clip for us. What's happening in this thing?
I really don't know because they never briefed me on it.
Well,
but,
I'll tell you what. You know, I'll bet after we see it, we'll know. Let's take a look, okay? All right. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you have brothers and sisters at home at all?
Yeah, I have an older brother, Scott, who's 21, and he does the exact same things to me that I do to Fred, so...
You're copying him, huh? Well, you're kind of the practical joker I hear on the set. What's been the good one you've pulled off?
Okay, well... All right, well, what they were doing was they were moving the makeup trailer to a location. And when they do that, the trailers, they have to take everything out of the trailers. So I super glued all the chairs down to the linoleum on the makeup room, and they were trying to yank it up, and it wouldn't go up. And then there's this bowl of hard-boiled eggs on in craft service in the show, and I always put a couple of live eggs in there, you know. And one time our producer got it, and I never laughed so hard in my life.
Well, we've got a bowl of eggs here somewhere. No, I wish I had a bowl of eggs to have you try here. What about this? Now, there's another story I've heard about something that happened with you and a hamster one time. Let's fess up now.
Oh, boy.
Come
Okay.
on. The hamster story.
Well, we're doing this script called Hiroshima Mon Frere, and it really shows what a jerk I am to Fred. And so I pick up this hamster, and I threaten to put it down the garbage disposal. I turn it on and everything, and I hold it up. I'm going, oh, God, it's getting heavy, boy. And so I held it. I went to pick it up in its cage, and it bit me so hard. Blood was going down my hand. I went, ah! And I had to get a tetanus shot. And I hadn't got a tetanus shot in 11 years. So, you know, I got really sick, and I had to work the next day, and everyone was teasing me. You know, they're, oh, little hamster did that to you.
Bit the big guy. Yeah. What do you want to do? What's in the future for you? What would you like to do? You got a lot of time ahead of you. What do you think?
Well, there's a TV show that I executive produce right now called Wide World of Kids, and I'm also the host of it. It's like Wide World of Sports, except for kids, and that'll be airing pretty soon. And so I like getting my hands, you know, on a bunch of different things, like writing, and, you know, now I'm producing this, and it's neat. We just, we went to Maui, and for this kid who's a great windsurfer, and we're going to France and the Soviet Union. And
sounds great.
Yeah,
you got a good career ahead of you. You got a great one going now. Congratulations,
Thank
Jason
you very
Hervey.
much.
Sign and bite a cup for us, if you would, please.
I've been watching this.
Yeah. Just put it right there. Jason Hervey, folks. Thanks for being on Camp Midnight.
No problem, man.
Doing a couple jobs there. Albert. These next four guys have been receiving critical acclaim for their unique sound ever since their debut album back in 1985. Tonight they're singing Generator from their new album Curtains. Please welcome, if you will, IRS recording artist, The Balancing Act.
Thank you.
The Balancing Act. Whoa. Jeff Davis, how are you, Jeff?
How are you?
All right. Good. Nice to meet you. Jeff Davis, folks. Why don't you introduce the rest of the guys in the group? Let's start over this way.
Well, that's Steve Wagner on bass. Mr. Willie Aaron on lead guitar.
All right.
And we've got Robert Blackman here on drums.
All right, Robert. You know, well, you worked up a sweat on that one, didn't you, huh?
Always.
Willie. Willie, the hot man. You've got to settle one thing for me, guys. I understand that you put an ad in the paper that said no experience, musicians with no experience. You seem pretty experienced to me. What's the story?
Well, the three of us had gotten a band together. We were looking for a drummer, and we met all these other drummers, but they had all these really bad drum habits. So we wanted a drummer that who we could train.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Good.
So we put an ad out that said drummer wanted, no experience preferred. And Robert responded to it. And he's actually turned out to be a very good drummer.
No bad habits at all, Robert, huh? You got a couple, what do you, huh?
No bad habits in the drumming.
Oh, in the drumming area. All right. Well, you guys have been touring in and out around the... What's your favorite part of the country to tour in? Any certain part?
Well, we do...
The warm part.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Midwest, we do well there.
Yeah. Good. All right.
Chicago, Kansas City, you know, Missouri, places like that.
You're already on the show. That's all right. You don't have to butter me up just because I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, but thanks anyway. Okay. So what's in the future for you guys? What do you want to do?
Well, we're getting ready to do another national tour for 2 months, and then our album's going to be released in Europe in March. We're going to go over there and play.
Be interesting to see how the different audience goes over there, huh?
That's true, yeah.
I understand they applaud over there like they're wearing white gloves all the time. You check that out for us when you go over, would you?
We'll check it out for you.
All right. Thanks for being on Camp Midnight. You're making this show great. The Balancing Act, IRS recording artist. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Camp Midnight, folks. Well, hold on. Brendan Robinson, our legal guy, you look different.
Hey, Dick, how are ya?
What happened, huh?
I'll tell you something, this dog has changed my life, you know. The love of a good dog, you know what I mean? I'm giving up the entire attorney business. Here you go. I don't want that. This dog and I are going on up to the mountains. I'm trading in my BMW for a Blazer, a big Chevy truck. We're going to go up to Alaska and shoot some squirrels.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Come here, boy.
Good luck.
You want to wrestle? Hey.
Whoa.
How about you, Dick? You want to arm wrestle, huh?
Oh, guys, no. Just good luck to you. Hey, send us some squirrel meat, some squirrel sausage.
All right,
okay,
come
there
on,
he goes.
Let's go, Top.
Topper, take good care of him, okay? All right. Wow. We'd like to thank our guests tonight on Camp Midnight, Robert Walden, Don Reed, Robert Wild, Dana Sparks, Jason Hervey, The Balancing Act, of course, our regulars Caroline Schlitt and Tony Forkish. Join us next week when our guests are Edie McClurg, Rick Dukeman, and also Tom Sharp. We'll see you next week on Camp Midnight. Keep camping.